Are you struggling to write high-converting email sequences? Well, BlinkCompose uses AI to help plan and write them for you. Now watch this review to see how it all works. And at the end, I will tell you the pros, cons, and my final verdict. If you are on the hunt for the best SaaS tools to grow your business, every week I compile the newest and my favorite AppSumo deals I find, and I put it in this private Notion doc. I also include other marketing tools as well. Now, if you want free access to this Notion spreadsheet, just click the link in my description. Now, if you just want to browse AppSumo instead, you can click that second link in my description, which will take you to my custom landing page. This has a list of my favorite AppSumo deals you can buy right now, including a list of the most popular YouTube videos, and you can watch them all right here. And I'm currently working with AppSumo to update the list of tools and videos as well, so this page will be continuously updated in the future. Now, instead of paying between $27 to $77 a month for BlinkCompose, you can grab their lifetime deal on AppSumo, and it starts at $69 for license tier 1. It's a lifetime deal, so you can grab up to license tier 4. Now, one caveat here is that for license tier 1, it's only 1 year of access, but if you want lifetime access, you would need to get tier 2 or higher. Now, I have tier 2 because I think it is the sweet spot. The writing credits per month are pretty decent. Now, keep in mind that each word written typically costs 1 credit. So you could think of this as you can write up to 120,000 words every single month. You can create unlimited product profiles, and I'll show you that in a moment. You can invite 50 team members and create 50 sub-accounts, and you have all of these features right here. And keep in mind that this AppSumo deal is tied to all future growth, business, or agency plan updates for the lifetime plans. So to get started with BlinkCompose, you need to feed the AI your information. So if you click on brand info, you need to first create a brand voice and then give it information about the products you want to sell from the email sequences that it will create for you. So under brand voice, you can see I already created one right here. So to create a new one, you need to name your brand voice, give it a brand description, give it a sample email subject line, and also sample email body. So this is where you provide emails you've written in the past so the AI can understand the way you write. So you have a couple of options here. So you can give it emails that you personally have written in the past, or you can find emails from other brands out there that really resonate with you and you kind of want to mimic their writing style. You can add their emails right here. You can also add more than just one email, okay? So you can add a second one, a third one, so on and so forth. Now, since I want to use BlinkCompose to generate high converting email sequences, I was searching on Google the other day and I came across this 4-day cash machine email campaign by internet marketing guru Frank Kern. So this is essentially a 4-day email campaign that he uses to sell different products. You could tie this into a holiday sale like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or make up your own reason for the discount. So I thought, okay, instead of using my own emails I've written in the past, I could basically feed the BlinkCompose AI with this 4-day cash machine email campaign. So that's basically what I did. So if I open up this brand voice, you could see the name, the brand description. This is the first email subject line and the email body. And I basically copied and pasted all of that text from this PDF over to BlinkCompose. And this is the second email. Third, and lastly, we do have the fourth email. So now I have a brand voice following Frank Kern's 4-day cash machine email sequence. So after you feed it the brand voice, then you need to feed it the products you want to sell. So for me, I'm actually thinking about offering an online course called Traffic to Profits. So I fed it all of this information about my course. Now keep in mind that depending on which tier you get, will determine how many product profiles you can create. Okay, so if you go back to the AppSumo deal, with tier 1, you can only create 10 product profiles, but with tier 2 and higher, you can create unlimited product profiles. So that basically means you can feed it unlimited products. You can have BlinkCompose try to sell with the email sequences that it creates for you. So to create a product profile, it's essentially a 4-step process. You first need to give it your product details. So for this example, I'm going to say my product name is ChatGPT Masterclass, and the description is learn how to use ChatGPT in 5 days. And if you have a product URL, you can add it right here. Then click on next step. And this is where you add objections. And this is completely optional, but the more you feed it, the better the email sequences will be. So I'm going to give it 3 FAQs. So this one says, why should I pay for a course when ChatGPT is free to use? And then this is my answer, second question, and third question. And you can add testimonials right over here or reviews. So I'm going to paste a review right here. So after taking the course on using ChatGPT, I was able to create engaging content, so on and so forth, by this person. She's a content creator and blogger. And I'm going to add a case study as well. So this is the background of the issue, the objective, implementation, so on and so forth, including the conclusion. So once I am done with the handling objections section, I'm going to click on next step. Then we are in the unique selling proposition phase. Now this is optional as well, but again, the more you feed it, the better it will generate emails for you. So I'm going to put 3 guarantees right here. So money back guarantee for my course, lifetime access, support and community access. And then we need to tell it what differentiates my product or service from others. So I'm going to list out 5 things that differentiate my course. So practical on-hands training, expert instructors, customized learning paths, so on and so forth. And lastly, we need to choose the tone or voice. And what's interesting is that Frank Kern is one of the options. And that's pretty cool, right? Because I gave it email samples written by Frank Kern, and it's nice that Frank Kern is an option here. You can also do a Seinfeld style, humorous, fun, entertaining, and choose these other gurus or famous people. So I'm going to click on Frank Kern to maintain that same tone of voice, then click on next step. And this is the final review. So we need to double check your product information is ready to go. So double check the name, the description, FAQ section, social proof, so on and so forth. Then click on Save This Product Details. Okay, so it says you successfully created a product profile. And here it is, so ChatGPT Masterclass. So now that we have our brand voice and we have our product profile, then the AI can create email sequences for us. Now, if we go to Email Planner, this is where the email sequences will live. Okay, so all the sequences are organized into various plans. So this is one email plan. So introduction to traffic to profits, description. So let's create another email plan. So create new plan. So provide us with details regarding the business, brand, or product for which you aim to develop an email marketing plan. So I want to create a plan to promote my ChatGPT course. So plan name, ChatGPT promo. And then we need to select an existing product profile. So I'm going to click on the ChatGPT Masterclass. And then this is the product name. And this is the product description that automatically gets populated when you click on the existing product profile. Okay, so if I click on traffic to profits, the product description changes. But I'm going to go back to ChatGPT Masterclass, then click on create email plan. Okay, so that took about a minute or so. So now we have an email plan for ChatGPT Masterclass. It says this email plan is created specifically for ChatGPT Masterclass, and it's going to help it achieve their marketing goals and objectives with ease. It's going to contain all the emails that you will need to make email marketing work for your business. And it generated 1, 2, 3 email sequences that I can use to promote my ChatGPT Masterclass. The first series is the onboarding emails. Now the description for this series 1 is emails will introduce new students to the masterclass, guiding them through the first steps of using the course effectively. So this series should trigger whenever someone registers for the course, and the audience who should be getting this series are new students who have signed up for the masterclass. Now this trigger and audience segmentation is important because whenever you set up your email autoresponder, that's how you know when to trigger this series 1 and who to send it to. And then this is series 2, which is pre-launch emails. So pre-launch emails are essential to build anticipation and inform potential learners about the upcoming ChatGPT Masterclass. These emails can include course content previews, early bird discounts, exclusive insights, so on and so forth. And I should trigger this series a few weeks before the launch of a new class session. And the people who should be getting this email sequence are subscribers and leads who have shown interest but have not yet enrolled. And then the last series are the booked call emails. So booked call emails are tailored to confirm scheduled calls with potential or existing students who may need personalized guidance or have queries that could lead to enrollment. So these are like the hot leads who are ready to buy. Now this series 2 kind of piques my interest because this is a pre-launch email, so to create anticipation for my ChatGPT course. So we can click on create this email series. Now before I click on that, you do have the option to recreate the plan. You can download the plan or just save it and exit it. Now let me click on download plan, and this is how the plan looks like. So it's a Word doc, and it's essentially from the page. So you can see product name, description, series 1, 2, and 3. So it's a very simple Word doc. You can probably share it with a writer or anyone else from your team. Okay, so let's click on create this email series. So as you can see right here, it's under the create email section. And here we go. So pre-launch emails, build anticipation and anticipation before unveiling something new. So I don't know why I mentioned anticipation 2 times. So as you can see here, the wording is a little off, so just keep that in mind. Now, if I click on learn more, it says generate hype and anticipation. So it's just explaining what it is. I'm going to click on okay, got it. Now I'm going to click on create email and then create pre-launch emails. So I'm going to choose ChatGPT Masterclass. I'm not exactly sure why I need to pick a product again, but let's just click on proceed. And then we need to give this email a name. I'm going to say pre-launch, name of your product, ChatGPT Masterclass. Tell us about this brand, what makes your product stand out, testimonials, so on and so forth. So all of this is pulled from the product profile section, okay? And then special discount, let's just say 50% off the first 10 people who enroll. And then for launch details, I'm gonna say launching April 1st, and then choose email tone. I'm gonna keep it as Frank Kern. And who is the sender of this email? I'm gonna say Ken, and receiver's personalization tag. So the first name tag used by your autoresponder. So this personalization tag must match the tag that's in your autoresponder. So usually it's kind of like this squiggly first name and squiggly. And then we need to give the AI the maximum length of the email. So I'm going to say up to 250 words and special instructions. I'm not going to mention any special instructions, or actually maybe I can say use emojis where needed to encourage people to read the whole email. So I'm going to see if the AI knows how to use emojis to encourage people to read the whole thing. So let's see how this works. So I'm going to click on create sequence. All right, so that took about a minute or two, and here we go. So it generated 5 emails for our pre-launch sequence. So I would say this is the shining feature of BlinkCompose. This is where you can view all of the email sequences and you can edit them however you wish. So this is email 1. So this is the subject. Struggling with ChatGPT, relief is coming. They also provide you with the preview text. So exciting news, we're about to change how you use AI forever, don't miss out. Now you could use the AI to rewrite the subject and the preview text. So let me rewrite the subject. I'm going to click on this icon right here. Okay, so updated successfully, credit used, over 1,000. That's kind of weird. So it says, end ChatGPT challenges, masterclass launching soon. So not too bad. And then this is the email body. So hey, first name. So this is that placeholder, right, for the email autoresponder. And it uses emojis across the email body, which is nice to see. So it starts off with, ever felt overwhelmed trying to figure out ChatGPT? You're not alone. It's a challenge many face almost daily. And guess what? Most of the questions we receive revolve around this very issue. It's clear, so on and so forth. So it reads up pretty well, right? It doesn't sound too much like AI, but at the same time, AI is getting much better every single quarter. So I would hope that this doesn't sound like AI, right? Now we can format the text as well. Like say, for example, if I click here, I can turn something into a heading. Not exactly sure why I would need to make things in H1 or H2. The types of emails that BlinkCompose generates are the pure text-based emails. Don't expect to be using this to send out very elaborate emails with images, HTML in the back, anything like that. These are primarily for text-based emails. But I can, highlight or bold text. I can also add numbers, bullet points, so on and so forth. So some light editing you can make right here. And there's a row of buttons here, so we can rewrite it or expand it. So let's try to rewrite it and let's see what it comes up with. All right, here we go. So it says, **, end your chatbot confusion. Get ready for something exciting. **, period. Hey, first name. And then there's a comma and a period. Not exactly sure why they put periods at the first sentence and the second one. There's also like periods after this emoji and this emoji right over here. But overall, the text reads pretty well. So if we wanted to continue, we can expand it, we can shorten it. Now, if I highlight it and right click, or unfortunately, there's no way to have the AI rewrite maybe just one sentence or elaborate on a specific part. You basically need to rewrite everything or expand or shorten the entire email. So just keep that in mind. So you can export this email to MailChimp, ConvertKit, or GetResponse. Now, when I click on, say, for example, ConvertKit and click on export, nothing happens. So that's one thing I'm noticing is that nothing happens after you click export. So I believe that is a bug. You can also download this email as well. And this is how the email looks like. It's a Word doc, okay? So these are the email details in blue, and then the email subject line, preview text, and this is the body. And then this one is the second email, third, so on and so forth. So now you can maybe send this to someone else in your team, or you can make edits using Microsoft Word. You can also edit the data, so you can edit the product. So we can maybe add more into the product description, differentials. What does differentials mean? Not exactly sure what differentials mean. Social proofs, special offer. Now, one thing regarding these pop-ups, I think these pop-ups are kind of small, and if I were to edit this or even read it, it's hard for me to read because it's just one long line, and I can't really look at everything more zoomed out. It's kind of hard to edit any of these details just through this pop-up, so that's unfortunate. You can also rate the AI how well it generated this email. You can just save it and you can translate it into these various languages. Let me try Spanish just to see if it even works. Let's click on translate. All right, here we go. So this is the email translated completely into Spanish. Okay, now let's go to email number 2. And then this is the subject for that second email. See why our solution outsells the rest. I don't really like that subject line. Get ready for a game-changing experience and leave the competition behind. That's just okay. This is the body. And then this is email number 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so this is the email sequence. Now, if you get an email from someone that you really like and you kind of want to mimic their style, if you go to user template, you can enter the emails that have worked for you and let BlinkCompose use the same structure to write your emails. So it could be an email that you've written in the past that converted really well, or it could be another person's email that you want to mimic. So this is one that I created earlier. So if I click on edit, you can edit the name. This is the description. You can add tags, email subject line, the body of the email. So this is what I wrote. And unfortunately, I don't like this pop-up here. It's just hard to review all of the information. But let me click on add new template. Okay, this looks much better, right? So I'm gonna say template name, sales email, template description, promoting my offer, and you can add tags here. I'm just gonna say sales. So enter different tags for this template, enter subject line, and then we can add our email right here. So I'm gonna paste some text here. Now, if you click on add more, you can add a second email, okay? But I'm gonna delete that second one, then click on save now. Okay, so now it says we have our template created, and there is a 404 error here. I did come across this error page before. Let me go back. And let me go back to user template. Okay, yep, so it's there. So that is a bug. Whenever you create a new template, it always leads to a 404 page, but you can click on edit and then review everything. Okay, everything is here perfectly fine. Save now. And once you have your template, you can click on use, and then you can use this template. So please provide the following information to complete template. So product name, I'm just gonna say ChatGPT Masterclass. Product description, learn how to use ChatGPT in 5 days. And additional information, I'm just gonna say, I don't know if I can tell it to use more emotional words, but let's just say, make email very emotional. I just wanna test that out. Then click on proceed. Okay, here we go. So your email has been created. Go through it and modify it as you want. This is the subject and preview. Not exactly sure why they include brackets in the beginning and at the end of the subject and preview text. It doesn't really make too much sense. Unlock your ChatGPT potential, huge savings inside. Not too bad, I like it. They also include brackets in the body as well. And in terms of this formatting here, grab 50% off plus get 5 incredible bonuses. I think I would definitely need to edit this very heavily to make it look good. And that's it. So this is the last sentence in the email. It just ended with don't. Let me rewrite it. Let's see if it generates something better. Okay, so here is the rewritten email, and it's actually not that good. It ends with bonus 3. So it could be because I provided it with an email that the AI didn't really understand. I'm not exactly sure why, but not too happy about this email here. Okay, let's go to a subject line. So BlinkCompose can also generate email subject lines for you according to the body of the email. So if you click on add new subject line, you need to give it an email name and then email content. So this is the body of the email. So I'm gonna paste an email right here about the ChatGPT Masterclass. I'm going to remove subject line, preview text. Okay, so this is just the email content. Then click on create subject line ideas. Okay, here we go. So we have subject line ideas for ChatGPT Masterclass, regenerate, modify, and save the following generated subject lines. So it generated 12 subject lines. Not exactly sure why subject line number 2 is empty, but the first one says, here are 10 subject line ideas based. So this seems to be like what the AI kind of generated, kind of like ChatGPT when you ask it something. So 1 and 2 are not good. Let's see line 3, 5 days to master ChatGPT, join our exclusive class. That's pretty good. Let's see number 4, upgrade your AI skills in just 1 week, limited spots, master ChatGPT in under a week. So the email subject lines are not too bad, right? But one thing that I keep thinking about is you could do this with the free version of ChatGPT. You can give it your email and then just ask it to generate 12 subject lines for you. You don't need BlinkCompose to do this. But regardless, you can copy this, you can edit it if we want. And also, I'm not sure why there's quotes between the beginning and end. Also the numbers as well. I'm not exactly sure why they're numbering it. So I'm gonna save it. Okay, that looks much better. You can also delete it as well. I'm gonna delete the first one. Let's see if it deleted. Okay, I'm gonna delete this one as well. Okay, yep. So you can make tweaks to it and then save it. And then I'm gonna click on close, and there we go. So now we can reference it in the future. So this is my ChatGPT Masterclass. If I click here, click on preview, I can preview all those email subject lines. And for whatever reason, it didn't save. Remember, I tried to delete the first 2 lines. Let me try that again. Okay, now let me click on, so there's no save, there's only close. So I'm gonna click on close. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in, preview. Okay, now it's actually, no, this is the wrong one. It's this one right here, the first one. Okay, so this is not the correct list of subject lines. This is one that I created earlier today. Let me click on this second one here. Okay, so it actually didn't save the ChatGPT Masterclass emails. Preview, yeah, it's not correct. So fair warning there, keep that in mind. It might not save the subject lines. Okay, so in terms of the other parts of the tool, you can view some training material right here. And then for settings, you can integrate other tools. So if I go to integrations, as of this recording, you can connect MailChimp and your OpenAI API key. So I did add my API key here. So now if I go over my limits, it'll use my OpenAI API key to generate my emails. So that is very beneficial if you get between tier 1 and tier 3, because if you go over your limits, you could just use your API key. But if you go tier 4, it's unlimited, so it doesn't really matter. So if you think about it, if you have your API key, I think tier 2 is perfect. You don't need to worry about the writing credits per month. And in terms of team members and sub accounts, that's quite a bit, 50. Now let me show you the team members. Now if I click up here, then click on agency account, you could view your agency dashboard. And I believe this is available for all the tiers. You could view the people under your account. And if you want to add a member or a client, you can click on this button. So I'm going to add this new team member, and the type of member, it could be a staff or a client. So let's say I want to add a client. So this is the client's information. Then click on add new member. And it says billing plan does not support adding of team members. You may consider upgrading to enable this feature. Now that's kind of odd because I do have tier 2 and I should have 50 team members, 50 sub accounts, but I wasn't able to add a team member. So that definitely is a bug you need to be aware of. Okay, so here are my honest thoughts on BlinkCompose. So these are my pros and cons. So I think the pros, it's easy to follow UI UX. I think the tool itself, it's easy to use. The UI looks pretty good. I wasn't confused in really any part of the tool. I also really like the OpenAI integration. And the emails themselves, they read pretty well, right? They sound good. It doesn't sound like AI too much, which is nice. And I really like how you can upload email templates to repurpose. Now, there were some bugs when it comes to uploading the templates, as you saw earlier, but it's nice to upload templates that you find across the web, and then you can use those as a template for your own email. So I really like that. And in terms of the cons, so a few bugs, actually, I would say, many bugs. We did see those quotes and the brackets around the subject lines and email body. Also, the email subject lines don't always save. We ran into a 404 error page. And I would say this tool is very sales heavy. It's meant to sell products versus nurturing. When you have an email list, you don't always want to push and hard sell your subscribers. I think if you want to have them trust you, you need to also kind of tell stories, maybe offer something for free, more nurturing them, right? So I wish there were options to have the AI generate more story-based emails, less sales heavy. I think all the sequences are very sales heavy, which is unfortunate. And as you just saw, I could not invite a member to my account, and the export feature does not work. So when you try to export it into MailChimp, for example, when I click on export, nothing happened. So that one doesn't work. And in terms of my final verdict, should you buy this? Yes, maybe, or no? I would say maybe, but I'm leaning no. Reason being is because it's easier to use ChatGPT because of its flexibility, right? Like I could just pull up ChatGPT, ask it anything I want. I can have it generate 1 email, 20 emails. I can have it tweak the beginning part of the email or just tweak 1 or 2 sentences. It's much more flexible. But with BlinkCompose, it forces you into a structured format, which makes it daunting and I would say, quote unquote, too much work to use, right? Because I need to follow step by step, which is good because you are feeding it information that it needs. But the way that I work, I like to have tools that are a little bit more flexible according to the way I write emails. I would say this is great for one-off campaigns to promote a launch for your product, but not great for daily emails. Okay, so if you have like a big promotion and you want to make sure your emails hype your subscribers up and they ultimately buy, you could log into BlinkCompose, generate those emails, add them to your email autoresponder, and then use them, right? But in terms of daily emails that you send, I probably wouldn't use BlinkCompose. And I do imagine myself, I would say it would be hard for me to constantly log into this tool and then generate the emails. I find it easier, like I use Voila a lot. It's a Chrome extension. It's much more easier for me to just pull up Voila, tell it what I want, copy and paste the email into my email autoresponder and I'm done. I don't want to keep logging into another tool. And BlinkCompose requires you to log in, right, to use it. And that's something I don't like. So my final verdict is it's a maybe, but I am leaning no. Now, if you are on the hunt for other marketing software to grow your business, click the link in my description to grab free access to this Notion spreadsheet. You can also click this link right here to gain access. And if you want to check out my next video, click this one right here. Now, if you enjoyed this one, smash that like button for me. Also subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, just leave them down below. Thanks.